Assalamu alaikum. This is Shahrukh Mujumdar welcoming you all to the English news from BTV Chattogram. Let's begin with the headlines. Interim government to take initiatives to carry out proposals of Media Reform Commission for implementing immediately, says Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus. Election Commission considering implementing proxy voting system to allow around 1 crore expatriates. BNP have trust on government and army over holding next election in fair manner, says BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir. Eid shopping in Chattogram gets momentum as both rich and underprivileged thronging to markets. Israel to seize additional areas in Gaza and threatens to permanently occupy parts of it if Hamas doesn't free all remaining hostages. And Argentina beat Uruguay by 1-0 in selection round of Latin America of World Cup football. Those were the headlines. Now moving on to the details. Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus said the interim government will take initiatives to carry out those proposals of the Media Reform Commission which are immediately implementable. He made the remarks while the Media Reform Commission members handed over the report to him at the State Guest House, Jamuna. The Chief Advisor said his government wants to quickly accomplish those reform proposals that can be implemented right now. He said the government will take necessary steps so that Bangladeshis living abroad and interested foreigners can watch Bangladeshi TV channels. An 11-member team of the Commission led by its Chief Kamal Ahmed handed over the report to the Chief Advisor. Chief Advisor's Press Secretary Shafiqul Alam told a press briefing outside the State Guest House, Shimona, this afternoon. Commission Chief Kamal Ahmed and its members were present at the press briefing.
বৃহৎ এবং মধ্যম আকারের যত গণমাধ্যম কোম্পানি আছে তাদের উচিত হবে পাবলিক লিস্টেড কোম্পানি করা, শেয়ার ফ্লোট করা এবং সাংবাদিক কর্মচারীদেরকে তাদের শেয়ারের অংশীজন বানানো, শেয়ার দেওয়া। এটা আমরা প্রস্তাব করেছি। আমরা ক্রস ওনারশিপ এটাও বন্ধ করার প্রস্তাব করেছি। ওয়ান হাউস ওয়ান মিডিয়া এর চাইতে বেশি হতে পারবে না। প্রস্তাব করেছি বাংলাদেশ টেলিভিশন এবং বাংলাদেশ বেতার সম্পর্কে। বাংলাদেশ টেলিভিশন এবং বাংলাদেশ বেতারের স্বায়ত্তশাসনের জন্য গত 3 দশকেরও বেশি, 3.5 দশক ধরেই যদি আমরা 90 থেকে বলি তাহলে সারা দেশে একটা রাজনৈতিক ঐক্যমত্য আছে। সব দল সবসময় বলে এসেছে যে বেতার টিভির স্বায়ত্তশাসন দিতে হবে। এখন এটা উপযুক্ত সময় বেতার টিভির স্বায়ত্তশাসন ইমপ্লিমেন্ট করা।
Jatiyo Nagarik Party (NCP) is going to place a proposal to fix 23 years as the lowest age to contest in elections instead of 21 years proposed by the National Consensus Commission. The party will place another proposal to fix 16 years as the lowest age to be a voter. The NCP will place its opinions on the reform proposals of the National Consensus Commission tomorrow. Jatiyo Nagarik Party's joint convener Sarwar Tushar said this at a press conference at NCP's temporary office in the capital's Bangla Motor today. Earlier, the Consensus Commission said that it is possible to materialize 111 proposals out of 166 without discussions. However, the NCP said discussions are necessary over the 111 proposals too. Sarwar Tushar went on saying that a new constitution is necessary in the country as the constitution of 1972 is no longer acceptable. He said an election for the Constituent Assembly should be held during the next election. The Election Commission estimates that out of nearly 1.5 crore expatriate Bangladeshis, around 1 crore are eligible voters. To allow these expatriates to participate in elections, the Commission is considering implementing a proxy voting system. However, a final decision on the voting process will be made after discussions with stakeholders in April. The Election Commission is considering 3 alternative voting methods, including a proxy voting system to ensure Bangladeshi expatriates can exercise their franchise in the national election. The proposed methods include a postal ballot system with a specified time frame, an online voting system, and a proxy voting system. If all processes can be completed, proxy voting may be implemented on a larger scale, while other 2 methods could be tested on a trial basis. Discussions are ongoing regarding proxy voting, where an authorized person would cast a vote on behalf of an expatriate voter in their home constituency. The Election Commission is actively working toward implementing these methods. Postal and online voting systems have already been developed and recommended for trials to determine their feasibility. Currently, some countries, including the UK and Australia, have similar systems in place, while in India, only military personnel are allowed such privileges. This initiative would eliminate the long-standing discrimination against expatriate voters. The BNP is having trust on the government and the army over holding the next election in a fair manner. BNP's Secretary-General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir said this and called upon the government to ensure its impartiality. He was speaking at a press conference at BNP chairperson's Gulshan office today. Mirza Fakhrul said the political agenda of any quarter should not be the part of the government's work plan. Criticizing the National Consensus Commission, the BNP's Secretary-General said there are illogical efforts in the recommendations of the Commission to install unelected people in state positions in the future. He alleged that the purpose of some recommendations of the Commission is to establish a weak and almost ineffective government system. Eid shopping has got a momentum with great rush in the posh and traditional shopping malls, as well as makeshift shops and footpaths in the city as Eid al-Fitr is drawing nearer. All the city marketplaces are seen busy and vibrant with crowds of customers at the shopping centers, which start in the morning and continue till midnight. A large number of customers, male, female and children alike, crowd marketplaces to buy clothes of their choice ahead of the Eid celebration. Local prominent brands and products, especially made and designed for Eid festival, have been in high demand this year to middle and middle income groups, while rich customers who are looking for items from India, Pakistan, Thailand, China and other countries besides products of internationally established brands. Shoppers said overall market situation is positive during current Eid market, as there was less activities of organized crime groups and almost uninterrupted power supply have created a conducive business environment for both sellers and buyers this year. Now, international news. In the besieged Gaza Strip, 5 children have been killed in a major overnight air attack on Gaza City, and at least 8 members of the family remain trapped under the rubble as Israeli attacks continue. Health officials said Israeli attacks across Gaza over the past 48 hours have killed at least 130 Palestinians. Gaza's health ministry said at least 49,747 Palestinians have been confirmed dead and 113 wounded in Israel's war on Gaza. Meanwhile, Israel's defense minister Israeli Quds told the military to seize additional areas in Gaza and threatened to permanently occupy parts of it if Hamas does not free all remaining hostages. Israel Quds said that the military would continue its ground operation in Gaza with increasing intensity until all of the hostages, both living and dead, were returned. The fragile ceasefire that had been in place since January ended this week as Israel resumed its ground campaign and bombing of Gaza, killing hundreds of people. Flights have resumed at Heathrow Airport in London of the UK, and a full service is expected on Saturday following an unprecedented loss of power caused by a nearby substation fire. About 200,000 passengers were affected as flights were grounded throughout Friday, with inbound planes being diverted to other airports in Europe after flames ripped through the North Hyde plant in Hayes, West London on Thursday evening. The police confirmed the fire was not believed to be suspicious. The investigation will focus on the electrical distribution equipment. British Airways announced 8 of its long-haul flights had been cleared to leave Heathrow during Friday evening, and it was urgently contacting customers to let them know. Restrictions on overnight flights have also been temporarily lifted to help ease congestion, the Department of Transport said. Passengers have been advised to contact their airlines for the latest updates. Back to national news. Chattogram Metropolitan BNP organized a view exchange meeting, Dua and Iftar Mahfil in honor of the journalists this afternoon. BNP Standing Committee member Amir Khosru Mohammad Chaudhry was present as the chief guest in the program. He was the leader of this He said the leader of this fascist government, Hasina, fled the country. The change made after her escape must be embraced by people from all walks of life in the country. Politicians, journalists, and people of all classes and professions must embrace it. Then it will be possible to build a new Bangladesh. To build a new Bangladesh, we have to return to the democratic process. The elected parliament can ensure the original ownership of the people. For this is possible through elections in a democratic order. There is no alternative to this. Those who are elected will fulfill the aspirations of the people. But another group like Hasina is trying to obstruct the democratic process. For this, they are creating anarchy. The people of Bangladesh will resist all this, he added. Chattogram City Mayor Dr. Shadat Hussain was the special guest on the occasion. Chattogram Metropolitan BNP President Ershadullah presided over, and Member Secretary Nazimur Rahman moderated, while BNP Executive Committee member Shamsul Alam, leader Abul Hashem Bakr, senior leaders of Metropolitan BNP and journalist leaders were present in the program. Bangladesh Islami Chhatra Shibir Chattogram Metropolitan South Unit organized an Iftar Mahfil in honor of the journalists at a hotel in the city. The Mahfil was presided over by Bangladesh Islami Chhatra Shibir's Central Executive Council member and President of Islami Chhatra Shibir Chattogram Metropolitan South, Muhammad Ibrahim Hussain Rani. The program was moderated by the Secretary of the City Chhatra Shibir, Maimunul Islam Mamun. In his speech, President Ibrahim Hussain Rani said the workers of the Islamic Chhatra Shibir are guided by the goal and purpose of the Shibir, following the rules of Allah. Chhatra Shibir Chattogram Metropolitan South Unit Secretary Maimunul Islam Mamun, Baitul Mal Secretary Rakibul Islam, Planning and Foundation Secretary Tanvir Mustafa, Media and Publicity Secretary Jahidul Alam Joy, and other leaders at various levels attended the program. Warriors of July Chattogram confirmed a human chain and organized a protest march demanding the trial and ban of Awami League. After the human chain in front of the Chattogram Press Club, the protest procession circled different streets. July Warriors Chattogram convener Abdullah Al-Shahid, Rakib Mahbub M.A. Hannan, Javed Usman Kashemi, and many others spoke on the occasion. Many of those July injured of Chattogram also participated in the protest program.